Welcome to Psychic Medium Toni Green. I am Toni Green, the psychic medium and channel and hypnotist and whatever else I do. And I'm back. I'm here to bring you an hour of what I like to call entertainment and whatever else we want to call it. Okay, everybody, thank you for being so patient. I could not talk the past couple of weeks between the my throat and the coughing. It would never had made it would not have made a very good show. But I am so grateful to be back with all of you. I missed you so much. Okay, I'm not 100%, but I'm very, very close. So I think we can make it through the show without coughing and such. But if that does happen, you've been warned. You understand now why. If you'd like to call in and ask a question or connect with a loved one up above, the call-in number is 897. Nope, that's not the call-in number. Nope. 845. Let me just take a look at what the call-in number is. The call-in number is 845-277-9131. 845-277-9131. You can call in and I will be happy to answer one question. Please make it a direct question about life, love, career, and or finances, or to help you connect with a loved one on the other side. Please have their name and their relationship to you. And if you have a question for that loved one, please also include that right away. If you're watching on YouTube Live, please, you can post questions there if you would like. Let's see what else. I'll never reach out to you, so please don't get scammed. I think that's everything. Oh no, you guys, I'm going to be, if you are in the Illinois area, especially near Chicago, I am going to be at White Pearl Spa doing a live event on November 7th. This is from 4 until 7 p.m. You can get little mini readings, and the White Pearl Spa is having a bunch of things, a bunch of specials and things you can do while you're there also. So it's going to be a great time. I've been there before. They are absolutely phenomenal, and their spa is just so beautiful. Their spa is actually a med-eye spa, so they do a lot of medical treatments there, and the doctor of the spa is a really good friend of mine. Just very, very, very good doctor, very kind, very nice guy. So it's such a blessing to be able to be there November 7th from 4 until 7 p.m. I'll be there doing readings, and they'll have so many other things, just so now you know that. I think that's it. I'm going to go straight into songs because there's been a song that's been playing all morning, and I don't really know this song, but I'm going to say to you, excuse me, I'm going to tell you that the songs can be a song somebody on the other side loved, it just reminds you of them. It could be the answer to a question or a song you listen to with somebody on the other side, or it could just be a song that you love, letting you know you're being watched over and loved so much. So the first song is it goes band on the run, band on the run, and I don't really know the rest of that song. I'm surprised I know that much of that song. But here's the way I say it. If that resonates with you, it's for you. And whatever part of the song they give me, that's the part that you are supposed to get. Okay. The next song is I don't even know if I can do this. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I don't it's not even in English. It's not even an English song, and I only know Japanese and very little of that. That's my fake second language. O genki desu kai? Konnichiwa. I mean, I don't know Spanish. I've tried to learn it many times. I can't. Um, Come on. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, so if I get words to that song, I will. If anybody knows from the beat of what I just did, please put it in the chat. Kisei, I don't. I can hear the song, but I can't. I'm not getting the words for it. So I apologize for that. But if it's for you, you're gonna know just by that. Da na 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 na. Okay, the next song is Return to Sender. I finally have a deep enough voice to do Elvis. How about that? Address, I think this is Elvis. Address unknown. Where are these songs coming from today? Oh, the tears are real. Return to Sender. Oh my gosh. I have three sisters, and two of those sisters have amazing singing voices, especially my oldest sister. She can hit those really low notes like you can't believe. She could sing Elvis Presley in the Ghetto like nobody's business. She could like it. So good. So good. So good. Okay. And one of my younger sisters has a really good singing voice also. That's not the gift I got, folks. That is just not the gift I got. Okay. The next song, I'm just going to do a couple more songs and then I'm going to get to callers and questions. I might do names today, but right now I'm going to really focus in on songs. Okay, I'll do one more song. The next song I get is going to be the one that I give you. There's a bunch of them like floating around up there. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Like I can barely hear the beat in the song. I think they're trying to decide amongst them. Okay, that song, it goes, one more night. It's okay. That song, whatever it is, that's it. Okay, yes. In Canada, they celebrated Thanksgiving this past weekend. So everybody in Canada, happy Thanksgiving. To everybody in Florida, to anybody who's suffering from the storms that have recently come through, our prayers go out to you. Please, I hope we heal from this very, very quickly. So that I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to go to the first caller. And you guys, I'm really, again, I want to apologize. I could not, there's no way I could have done a show the past. I mean, I did a show last Monday, then I just went tanked out again. But thank you all so much for being here with me. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I did not realize how much I would miss this and you guys. So I'm so grateful each and every one of you is here. Gonna get a little of that to help my throat a bit. And we're going to go straight into callers. Please remember when I'm asking, give me your name and where you're calling from. And then also have a direct question available for me. Thank you so much. 832. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Lisa, and I'm calling from Houston.
Hey, Lisa, how are you today?
I'm great.
Thank you so much for calling. How can I help you?
Yes, my question is a love question. I had just met someone in the Air Force, and I just wanted to know, is he the right one?
Can you please give me at least part of his first name, love?
His name is Jerome.
Jerome. Okay, Lisa and Jerome. Give me 1 second, sweetie.
Okay.
Okay, Lisa, this actually has the tendency, the ability. I'm just going to mute you for a second because there's some feedback, but you should be still able to hear my answer. There's a very high pitched feedback on that, and I apologize for that. Lisa, this has a tendency to go far. This has the tendency to really go far, to be, I just hear to be special. He is a little bit quirky, but aren't we all? Don't get too wrapped up too quickly. He can be romantic, but he likes to take the lead and he likes to call the shots. And okay, I do want to say this. We're all adults here. This is an 18 over show. And one thing I want to say is, and it's so important for women to remember this, women and men fall in love very, very differently. Okay. And women, beyond their own control, fall in love through intimacy and intimate acts. So, statistically, not every woman is exactly the same, but statistically, women can fall in love by the third intimate act. And for women, intimacy can be the actual schmexual act, but it can also be bonding through intimate conversations and such. So, but men, they don't do that. They fall in love, they release different hormones, and they fall in love in a completely different way. However, what I've come to learn is that a man knows, and every guy friend I have communicated with, and everything I watch in videos, even though men do not fall in love the same way, they know fairly early on if you're the one or not, if they're looking. Having said all of that, Lisa, my statement to you is let him take the lead, let him be the man, and don't fall too quickly. And just because you know this has the potential to go very far, it doesn't mean jump in and do the deed right away. Because men do like to pursue, and they are hunters, and they don't want it to be easy, that at least not that way. I mean, okay, that's a whole nother conversation, but yes, some men do want a woman to give up easily, that area, not the woman necessarily they're going to be involved with. I don't, that like I'm going all, okay, I'm just going to end that there. This has the potential to go very far and be special. You have to, show up and don't play the part before it is the part, is what I'm getting for you, Lisa. I really hope that's helpful. I hope that that answers your question. And one of the things I always tell people, if this is forever, why are you rushing it? Enjoy the moments, because there will be a lot of them. And if it is forever, you won't have to rush it and push it and worry about it. Okay? I'm going to go to the first question in the chat from Ani. Ani wants to know, hello, Toni, would like to know if the person in my class who proposed for a romantic relationship is going to be long-term partner and trustworthy partner. Okay, Ani. I'm just asking some questions. It has the potential to be long-term, and everything I just said for Lisa also applies for you, about relationship in general. This person in your class, Ani, is a little, if I'm picking up on the right energy, is one of you are a little skeptical. Well, you're asking the question, it might be you, but he's also skeptical in different areas. He could be a really good long-term partner, but you have to be very strong-willed with him, not controlling or forceful, just strong-willed, standing your ground, having healthy boundaries. Also allowing yourself to be in a space where you keep your life, and not in a space where his life becomes your life or their life becomes your life. Please remember that as you move forward, but it does have the potential. I never guarantee things will last forever, because we have free will and people say and do things every day to inadvertently self-sabotage. So just know that, know your but as of right now, looking at it, everything looks good. And here's another thing I'm going to say for relationship questions. Ask the questions. Start open dialogue from day one. If you, on the first date, in the first messages back and forth, and here's where I might be a little bit different than other people. In the beginning of the relationship, the majority of communication should not be texting, nor should it be phone calls. And here's why. It's really easy, especially with texting or messaging. They can say anything. You don't feel their energy. You don't see their facial movements. You cannot gauge them. And if there is, not you, Ani, I'm not necessarily speaking of you, just in general here. If there is let's just say a player, you'll pick a lot of that up if you're face to face, and even on the phone, you'll be able to hear it a lot, but in text messages, there's so much that's missed. So in the beginning, the majority of the conversation should especially not be text messages, and you should minimize it in the beginning. Those everyday little texts give a false sense of security. But back to where this started, where did this start? Oh my gosh, my head cold is still, um, gosh, it'll come back. It will. It'll come back. Um, okay, so Ani, again, just take your time, allow things to unfold. He is, oh, in the beginning, ask the questions. That's where this started. um, Start open dialogue right away with your whomever you're interested in, but ask those questions over the like talking, or better, even better, face to face. Now, a lot of women don't want to ask the big questions or important questions or relationship questions because they're afraid they're going to chase a guy off. If a question chases the guy off, he's not your guy. He's nobody's guy. He's his mama's little boy still. If you ask a guy a question like, are you looking for something? Are you looking for a serious relationship, or are you going with the flow? And that chases him off, that's your answer, sweetie. You didn't lose anything. You did not. And I cannot tell you how important it is to start asking open-ended questions in the beginning of relationships, because otherwise you're showing up and you're going with the flow, and then all of a sudden, so many weeks in, you start what they like to call at that point the interrogation, because none of that was there in the beginning. So ask those. You don't have to say, do you think I'm wifey material? You can say, listen, are you dating for fun? Are you dating for a relationship? Are you dating for to find a true marriage type partner? Ask those things. And if somebody's ready to jump down your drawers, they should be ready to answer those questions. And I've said this before on my show, and I'm repeating this. How is it more comfortable for women to drop their drawers than ask a guy if they're ready to be in a monogamous, committed relationship? What has happened in society that women are not comfortable enough to ask that question? The last thing coming off are my drawers. Like, I'm gonna know how your last colonoscopy went. I'm obviously joking, but I'm not. Like, seriously, start open dialogue from the beginning. If a guy doesn't respect you enough to answer your questions, and they don't have to be about you and him, they can just be about what he's looking for, or what your potential partner is looking for. And this goes both ways for men and women. I'm just using the woman to the man thing for all the reasons. But do that. And if you can't, if you are not comfortable asking those questions, build yourself up, practice in the mirror, make it sound so natural. Make it sound so natural that say it, walk around saying it out loud in your home when you're alone. Okay, I hope that was very, very helpful. I'm going to go to the next caller. And thank you so much, Ani, for the question. 610, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello. Hi there. What's your name?
Yeah, hi. Yes, this is Jade.
Jade? And
Yes.
where
Hi, I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Excellent. How can I help you, love?
Yeah, I've spoken to you a while back. It's about seeking employment. And you had told me something about, things happening in September, October. But so guess what? Today I had a big interview in a large corporation. So I'm very, very excited. It's the first interview. I submitted a job on the 5th, and then within 4 days, they want to interview me. So it's in the afternoon. It's later. It's at 5:30. But I'm excited. I'm also a bit nervous. It's customer support engineer, Spanish speaking. I happen to be fluent in Spanish. I have 10 plus years experience, and I've been rehearsing. I've been researching the company. I have an outline of what I want to, questions, and I've been preparing. I mean, I want to be, dressed very professionally, and of course, I'm very nervous because I've been, laid off since August, and this is like the first big interview I'm getting, and I'm really surprised. What are you picking up from me with this first interview?
I'm getting a couple of things. The first thing is this interview is going to go very, very well. Um,
Awesome.
be very natural, smile while you're there. Not, sometimes we go through an interview and we're so busy taking questions and going back and forth. A smile, be that friendly person. Um, the second thing I'm getting is, of course, keep looking, keep sending things out, but this is going to go very, very well. I do feel like you're going to, as of right now, there's a high percentage for you getting this position. Now, that doesn't mean you can
Awesome.
fluff the interview. You still have to go in and, you know, nail it. Um, but be as comfortable. I just keep getting, just be as comfortable as you can and smile during the interview. Just be as comfortable
Okay.
as you can. I know that makes sense, but I know during interviews sometimes we're not. Um, just be very, very naturally comfortable is the biggest statement I'm getting. It looks really good. Everything seems very good. I think they need more than one person, which is really good. Um, and I do
Okay.
feel like this company's opening up another market, whatever that means for this company, which is why they're bringing people in. So just that is what I have right now. It's really good, but I always tell everybody keep looking. Um, and whatever else comes in the meantime, take it, because we don't nothing is guaranteed, right? So keep looking, keep going, but this looks really good. It feels really good for you too. um there's a I can't state factually right now if this position is going to come to you, but I do feel like you have a really, really, really good shot at getting this position. Okay, love?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I want to knock her off her socks. I'm interviewing with the recruiter. I
Yes.
mean, the company is based in Australia, but they have branches in I think in the UK and also in the US. And I think one of the things I have is my years of experience, and also the fact that I'm bilingual in Spanish. So I'll use that to my advantage.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this again. Thank you for letting me know they're based in Australia, have UK and US. I'm going to tell you something. I feel like they're even opening more markets. So this is going to be very powerful for you. And I do feel like you, once somebody's in this company, they can expand with the company. Okay.
Okay.
So just go in, try to be as comfortable as, or, however this interview is being done, be as comfortable as possible and allow yourself to be very confident. Okay, sweetie?
Okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You have an amazing day, and thank you so much for calling in today. I'm going to go to the next call or the next question on YouTube. If you'd like to call in, the call in number is 845-277-9131. Teresa wants to know, may I have a message from my mother, Sandy? Yep, you sure can. You're welcome. Teresa, I instantly see Okay, somebody who at least toward the first person I'm seeing is somebody that toward the end, they're, you know how when we get a little older, our cheeks sink in a little bit, um, and our skin is a little thinner. That's what I'm seeing. Like her face is a little more mature in the image I'm getting, and shorter hair, lighter colored. And this could be a grandmother also, because when I tap in, the first person that shows up is not always the person that's there. And then Teresa, the next person I'm seeing, it could be the same person at a different age, but the next thing I'm seeing is long brownish hair, longer brownish hair, below shoulder brownish hair. Um, those could be two age points, or it could be two people. I'm hearing there are four women that are always around you, four women that like have your back, Jack. They have your back, Jack. And if I'm saying it correctly, it's I got your back, Jack. So that should mean something to you. Actually, Teresa, I am going to scroll down. And if you could let me know, if you could kind of confirm some of these things for me, that would be great. Great. The next thing that I am getting for you, Teresa, the song, um, oh, I'm just getting this one verse to the song. You are always on my mind. You are always on my mind. Um, and I think it's a guy who sings that song. And it's a little bit older of a song. And then the next thing I'm getting is the song Bebop Aluba, She's My Baby. And that would make sense for a grandma or maybe whatever. Okay, so those are the two songs that are coming through. Teresa, your confirmation with your women on the other side. Uh, Yep. Okay. So for those of you who are not watching this, she just did put in, my mother had short blonde hair. Um, dark. Yep. Thank you for confirming that. Um, but there are four women that are with you, that ancestral wise and or a friend that hang out with you and sometimes give you some energy, guidance, communication, all the goodies, all the yummies. One of the things that I'm getting for you is that Teresa, do you have a brother? Um, and if you could answer that fairly, uh, do you have a brother, Teresa? Let me also put it like yes, a brother in. I was just gonna say, let me put it like this: do you have a brother here or there? And she does. She has a brother in spirit. Thank you, Teresa, for confirming that. What I was gonna say is your brother is like your sidekick. I hear sidekick, and always there, also not having a care in the world. Some things never change. That's just exactly how they said it to me. Not having a care in the world. Some things just never change. Um, okay, so Teresa, thank you so much for your question. And they all, of course, they all love you. And they want to say to you that you are going to be having is there a party? Yeah, there's some sort of party or celebration. Ooh, it just got really cold. Some sort of party or celebration that you're going to either be throwing, attending, having, and it's going to be fantastic. Don't back out of it. Whatever it is, do not back out of it. Oh, her next confirmation is yes, that is her brother. Thank you for the confirmations. There's a If you're thinking about hosting something as far as a party or a celebration, please do so. If you are invited to one, go. It's going to be fantastic. It's just going to be fantastic. And you are going to be getting some communication, some communication from your family in the near future. The communication isn't going to look the way you want. It's going to almost be like, okay, in the olden days, when we used to turn a knob to get a station on the radio, there are people out there going, what the heck is she talking about? um, Okay, in the olden days when we would just hear like a voice shoot through, it's almost going to be like that. And I'm not saying it's during trying to tune in a radio. It's more going to come through like that. All of a sudden, you're just going to hear it. So you just so you know that, don't freak out. And a lot of those messages come through when we are waking up in the morning. So really pay attention to that, love. Really, really pay attention to that. I'm going to go to the next caller, who is 443. 443, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Ashley from Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey, Ashley, how can I help you today?
Hi. I'm just calling to get some further insight on my co-parenting dynamic right now. I would like for this to be an amicable situation, but the things that have been going on lately and previously are not allowing that to happen. And I'd just like to know what is behind it with my ex-husband and his current, the woman that he's with now.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you one or two quick questions. How long has the co-parenting situation been going on?
We've been divorced for going on 3 years.
Okay, thank you. Okay, just give me a second here because I'm getting a couple of different things and I want to state them correctly. Because if I state it the wrong way, we could jump to a different conclusion, kind of. I feel like there's something going on. There's something going on between or with them. I'm not saying it's good or bad. There's just something going on between or with them that is kind of flowing over to you, if you will. But it's a them issue. It's something in their relationship almost that is causing this. And I'm just gonna say, I'm not saying this is it. Sometimes when a woman gets involved with a man and he has to stay in contact with his ex, that's a difficult dynamic for some women. Having said that, I'm not saying that's it. I do feel like, however, they are having their own situation go on. I don't know what that situation is. I don't want to look at that situation, but I feel like that is what is causing whatever's going on with the co-parenting thing. What I can do, though, what I can do is a healing, because there are children involved here. So let's do a clearing or a healing for anyone and everyone who's in co-parenting, that it's as healthy and functional as possible. Yeah, they are definitely going through something together. So we'll just clear heal that, and you can come back and listen to this again and again at any point, or until it's all healed or cleared for everyone involved. Okay, love?
Thank you. And one last thing, how should I respond to the rudeness at this point? Should I just ignore it, or
That's
something's telling me to preserve my energy?
Yeah, that's a
But
really good that's a really good um that's a good question, and thank you for asking that. And there's a couple things flooding into me right now. And the first thing is, if you can't lash out at the person who's responsible, you'll lash out at the person you can. Okay. Or if you, let's say something's going on with him, I'm just going to make up a scenario. This isn't the scenario. And this happens with so many people in so many occasions. Something's going on at work, but you can't lash out at work. So you come home and you lash out at home, but you can't lash out at home. So you lash out at the person that you can. First and foremost, take any and all verbal communication off the table, and just, if you see the phone ring or, whatever, say, please text me that during drop off and or pickup. Don't communicate. Be on something. If I had somebody who was being rude to me and I had to pick up and or drop off my kiddos with them, I would definitely be on the phone, kiss the kids goodbye, whatever, and say, oh, this is really important. Sorry, can't talk now. Can you text me that? Take away the ability for that lashing out. You're not obligated to communicate voice to voice. You can do text messaging until he remembers you're not the one. Today's not the day. That's it. That's all. Like, I'm not the one. I didn't cause your problem. I'm not going to solve it. I'm not the one, and today's not the day. This is not going to go home and take it out on whatever else. Go to the gym, punch it out with a punch. But I'm not the one. No, this isn't happening like that. So restrict it to text messages. And don't even bring up the fact. Here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to just mute you for a second, love, or just mute you. Here's what I'm going to say, and I want everyone to really understand this. It's not a given that anybody has a right to even communicate with you. If they communicate with you, great, but anything can be taken away at any point. You're not obligated to keep communicating with someone who does not know how to be respectful in communication with you. Now, don't call them out on it. Everybody knows how they're behaving and how they're not. I have my youngest brother has Down syndrome, and even he is responsible for his communication and his behaviors and knows how he's behaving at any given moment. Let that sink in before you make any excuse for any person and their bad behaviors. People know how they're behaving. They wouldn't treat their boss like this. They wouldn't treat, the president of the company like 60 this.
Seconds.
And if they know not to treat somebody else like this, then they know that they should not treat you like this. And if they are, guess what? You simply say declined. No, we're not doing that. Not anymore. You're not even getting the benefits of this man. You do not need to take the stress of this man. Bring it down to text and text only. And don't call them out on it. Don't say, well, you've been rude. They just go into denial or they blame you. Doesn't matter. Say, I can text you. Please send that via text or an email, whatever works best for you. I can't talk right now. And that's that. Hey
10
guys,
seconds.
I will be back Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love each and every one of you so, so much.